What's wrong with me today? Why do I always skip to that bit before forgetting to like, comment, subscribe? I didn't think this through, did I? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Chloe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for clicking back on the video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and also click that bell icon because that will notify you every single time I upload and you do not want to miss an upload. So for today's video we're going to be doing how I used to do my makeup versus how I do my makeup now, and I think it'll be really fun to see the transformation, and so let's just get into the video. So today we're going to be doing a how I used to do my makeup versus now, and I will insert some photos around the screen of how I used to do my makeup, and we're going to be kind of going on a middle ground and choosing one of them, and I'll just be going through how I actually did my makeup. Obviously I did different looks back then. I'm going to start with the before I did my face. So first of all, I used to start with my eyebrows, which to be honest I sometimes do now, but instead of using a pomade like I usually do, I used a brown light eyeshadow, which was way lighter than my eyebrows and it made them look gappy. And so I'm just going to be taking the Makeup Revolution 24K Gold palette, and I'm going to be using a light brown shade out of here. I'm going to go for this one on the end. For some reason I used to use this brush, which is not an eyebrow brush. I honestly don't know why I chose this. So, oh, whoops. I'm going to go into that brown. I'm just going to fill out how I used to do my eyebrows. Obviously I've dyed my eyebrows so they're a bit darker, so I'm not too sure if this is going to show up. And also I never used to shape my eyebrows. I used to literally just follow my natural eyebrow, and if it wasn't matching the other eyebrow I just left it. Next I always used to go in with concealer, and I always used to use a Maybelline Fit Me concealer anyway, which is what I use now, and I used to just kind of put it on my eyelid, and I got a concealer brush which is what I still use now, and I just covered my eye in this concealer, and I used to kind of shape my brow underneath, but I never carved it out. And then I just used my finger to pat it all in. Oh, the throwback. So I did that, and then I just set my my dog has decided to come and say hello again. Let's try again. We get there today. Okay, now I used to just set my concealer on my eyelid with some powder, and I used to just use translucent powder or Makeup Revolution, which is what I still use now. I used to literally just chuck so much powder on my eyes. I don't know why. I thought I needed this much powder. It's raining powder. Now I've done that, I used to get my eyeshadow, and again I used to have Makeup Revolution stuff, and I think I might have actually used a similar palette to this. So I'm going to use this palette for the eye look. I'm going to grab this colour here because I used to go in quite dark, never used to tap off the excess, and I used to literally just pile it on my eye. And I used to bring it out into like a triangle shape by my eyebrows, and I used to attempt to blend it out. And then I would normally go with a darker brown shade, so I'm going to be taking this one out of the palette, and I used to just get a big brush, and I used to do this triangle shape absolutely loads. And I never used to blend in between shades. 14-15-year-old Chloe decided that wasn't the way to go. And then I just would take a flat brush, and some of these looks had gold in, so I would be taking this big gold here and dipping it in and just pat it on my lid. No sort of spray to make the pigment intense. And then I think I remember sometimes just putting my finger in. So I will be wiping my finger in now. And I used to get a black, which I'm just taking here. And again, I did not tap off the excess. And I used to follow this triangle as well, because as you will see soon, I used to do winged eyeliner. Again, not blending out. Okay, now that's done, I used to go in with a eyeliner pen, which I have here. and I used to use, it was either this one or something similar. This is just a L'Oreal super liner, a really thin one, and I used to kind of do a really small line and then just pull it across my lid. And then I used to think, oh, I better tidy this mess up. So I grabbed a makeup wipe and I used to just wipe along that line, so I thought I could get a sharper liner edge, which it does work, but my choice nowadays, I prefer it to be smoke blended out instead of just such a sharp line. And then for my under eyes, I used to just stick a small amount of brown under my eyes. Ow! Oh, I've just poked myself in the eye. My contact. I never used to do anything in my waterline, and I used to put a creamy colour in my inner corner, so I'm just taking this on my finger and putting it on my inner corner. And I never really wore lashes as I was still in school, so I just put some mascara on. I think I used to use the Maybelline mascara. It's in a pink rose gold tube kind of thing. I will link a photo somewhere as well. And I used to put quite a lot under my eye, and this used to take me absolutely ages to do this eye makeup look. Obviously I have got quicker now over time, but this used to take me about 2 hours. If I was to put lashes on, I used to just get very small neutral ones. Neutral. And then for my face, again, I used to use the L'Oreal True Match foundation, so I am just going to be using that again. And I use no moisturiser or primer on my face. I used to just squirt it on. Oh, all on my hoodie. And I used to use a beauty blender, and I didn't wet it. I just used to put it on dry, and it used to just go to the top of my skin. And for concealer, I use the same as what I do now, but instead of just using a few dabs, I used to draw those huge triangles under my eyes. I remember, like, back in the day, this used to be really popular. And again, I took that sponge that isn't damp and patted that all in. And I always used to use the concealer to tidy up my winged eyeliner, which you can do. And then I used to powder my whole face once again, and this hasn't really changed. Normally I just stick to the powder under my eyes now, but back in the day. Okay, so once I spent forever powdering my face, I used to grab a bronzer. I used to use this specific bronzer. I will go and find it and put it in the description. I used to use a bronzer that was kind of orangey, and this is the closest I can find. This one was from Poundland. For a bronzing brush, I don't actually know if I had one, so I've just grabbed one I think I would have used, and I'm going to take the bronzer, and I used to go in really heavy, and instead of going in circles, I used to just tap it, and then I literally used to scrub my face. I didn't do blush, and I don't think I even did highlight. I didn't even do highlight. So this is how I used to do my makeup. I don't even know what to think. I didn't even put like lipstick on or any lip products. And now we're going to move on to the side of how I would do my makeup. So I'm going to begin with my eyebrows and eyes and kind of do it in a similar order. I, as per normal, will be using my Makeup Revolution brow pomade in medium brown. You can see how much darker I do my eyebrows now. I'm going to get my P. Louise base and carve my eyebrows out. I'm just using base shade 2. And I'm going to go along the top as well. Okay, I don't set this base, I go straight in with eyeshadow. And to make it a fair comparison, I am going to be using the same palette, and this will really show how much my makeup has changed. So I'm going to go in with this shade on the end and using this as my transition colour, which again I didn't even know transition colours existed. And so that is my transition shade. I'm going to go in with a medium sized brush. Okay, so a crisis happened. I did not realise my camera cut out, and
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
This is terrible. Today's not going well. Send me love. Okay, so where we left off, I added that medium brown to my inner corner, and on my lid I put concealer, this one, put concealer and then gold over it. So unlike this one where I just patty gold in, I put concealer as a base, and basically that's all I've done since the camera cut out. And on my outer corner I'm just going to place some black. So I'm grabbing a medium brush and just blending the black and the brown and the gold all out together and just bringing some under my lid. And I'm going to do winged eyeliner like my other eye. So I'm taking the same eyeliner, but this time I'm going to wing it out quite a lot. And then I will be adding black pencil to my waterline and my upper line as well. And then sticking on a pair of false lashes. And while we're waiting for the false lash I'm going to be taking some Dove Silky Moisturiser and applying it to my face, just so my foundation has a base. And I'm just going to let that soak in.
Eternity later.
So I'm just going to get my foundation and squeeze it onto my face. And I'm going to be going in with the same concealer and not doing triangles because you do not need that much. So false lash is on. Next we're moving on to powder once again, and instead of powdering my whole face, we're just going to be doing my under eyes. Okay, I'm getting my Primark bronzer, which is my go-to at the moment. I'm putting my bronzing brush in and tapping off the excess and just lightly going in instead of harshly patting it on my face. Now I'm grabbing this big fluffy brush and going in circles and blending out the slight bronzer we've just done. And I always use blush now, so that is what I'm going to go in with. Itchy Face. And it's the blush I use constantly, the Milani Rose d'Oro one. And I'm now going to add highlighter, which I didn't used to do. And I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to use a Doll Beauty highlighter and just tap it up on my cheekbones. Look at that. My lips are quite dry in the winter, so I'm just going to get some Vaseline, and it's got a bit of a tint in, and just wipe it on my lips. As you can see, I think I've improved so much. This is my before and now makeup. So overall I am so happy with how this turned out, and I can really see my progress. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and a comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of my uploads. And that will be it. I will see you guys in Friday's video. Bye!